To present the first award, I'm going to call on Peter Tersiak. Here you go.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I am honored today to be presenting recognition to Stanley J. Pack from New Britain. He will always be known in New Britain, despite all his accomplishments, as Mayor Pack. Mayor Pack, would you please stand up and take a bow? Thank you. Where the proclamation for Mayor? Thank you. The proclamation for Mayor Pack, please. And by the way, former Senator Billy Ciotto is also here with a proclamation from Representative John Larson's office for Mayor Pack. There you go. And let me do a little bit of reading before we get to the proclamation. Stanley Pack enlisted in the Marine Corps in 1942, immediately after the bombing of Pearl Harbor. Didn't wait to be called. He served for 4 years in the 1st Marine Division and was deployed to the South Pacific, where he fought in numerous battles, including ones we've heard of like Guadalcanal. Stanley Pack was stricken with malaria, and the Marines transferred him to California in 1945, where he managed to be useful there, including playing baseball for the Marine Corps before being discharged in '46. And then he played a season with the Miami Flamingos. In New Britain, we take our baseball seriously. You know, Stanley first ran for public office in 1966 as state representative and served 2 terms. Then he was elected state senator from New Britain. In the Senate, his colleagues voted him the most effective speaker and best researcher. During his Senate term, he was elected mayor of the city of New Britain in 1972, completed his term as state senator while simultaneously serving as mayor. After winning a 2nd term as mayor of New Britain, Governor Ella Grasso selected Stanley as commissioner of the Connecticut Department of Motor Vehicles in 1975. The reason we have our pictures on our driver's licenses today is because of the work Stanley did pioneering the implementation of that system then. He also reformulated the motor vehicle tax procedures to discourage cheating. Always a steward of the environment, Governor Grasso then appointed him, and Governor O'Neill reappointed him as Commissioner of the Department of Environmental Protection. When Stanley left after over 10 years as Commissioner, he was the longest-serving Commissioner of a Department of Environmental Protection in the country, and I haven't logged on today to see if it's true, but I believe he still holds the record for longest-serving Commissioner of the Department of Environmental Protection in the country. He got us into compliance with federal standards for air and water quality, developed plans to close landfills, initiated resource recovery plants in their place. Waste site discovery and cleanup programs began, along with an inventory of hazardous waste sites, a legacy that lives on today. He pioneered a program to gradually and effectively dispose of pyranol, a precursor to PCBs, in utilities furnaces here in Connecticut. And now, on a personal note, we miss Stanley's wife, Genevieve, greatly. She is not here to be with us today, although when we began our planning, we were planning on her being here. We remember her in our hearts. Stanley and she were married for over 61 years, successfully raised 6 children, and his children have followed in Stan's footsteps by their involvement in public service. Even though Stanley retired as commissioner in 1987, he is still passionate about the values of participating in the community, has served and does serve on numerous boards, commissions, and committees. Stanley, we recognize you today. You have proclamations here from the treasurer, from the General Assembly. My speech has gone on too long, so I won't read everything. Thank you very much for your service. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Here or here?
Dziękuję wam serdecznie. Witam was do tego budynku, pięknego budynku kapitału naszego. I chcę podziękować wszystkim, którzy mnie tę nagrodę tak tak dalej dzisiaj. A przeważnie Susan Bysiewicz z jednych z nas i poseł Tercjak. I do tego bym dołożył majora Lucjana Pawlaka. A nie mogę zapomnieć ci, którzy tak dużo zrobili, wzmocnili tę krew polską w Connecticut, New Britain. Halerczyki, bo oni wzmocnili tę polską krew. Halerczyki i kościół Sacred Heart Church w New Britain. Wszyscy tak wstrzymali nas ludowość. To dziękujemy wszystkim i nie będę was trzymał dłużej. Dziękuję za to przyjęcie.
Oh my goodness. Something else. Tough, okay. Mr. Pack was just saying to me that he had a small stroke on Friday and he was in the hospital until Sunday. So in his words, you talk about tough Polish people. There you have it. We are so honored to be able to recognize you today.
Very much for this honor. It's really something that everybody does when somebody needs. And you're not looking for honors, you're just looking to do something good for somebody. So thank you again, and I thank my mother and father for bringing me so Polish. Because at the beginning I didn't want to be Polish, because they used to make fun of me. They used to say, there's a Pole on the pole, there's a Polak. And I used to come home and cry. And my mother would say, overlook it, you're Polish and be proud of it. So I listened to her, and here I am. Thank you again for this great honor again.
We'll bring that to you. And now, I'd like to bring a lady up to the podium. Her name is Gosia Tomaszewska, and Gosia is one of the people who is promoting the Polonia Votes program across this country. I am, as the chief elections official for the state of Connecticut, an honorary chair of that effort, and we would like to hear from her as we get prepared for this very exciting national election. Gosia.
Dzień dobry Państwu. First of all, let me say how wonderful it's to see so many people here. And I also would like to take the minute to thank Susan Bysiewicz and Representative Peter Tercjak for not only organizing this great day, but for supporting our project Polonia Votes. Polonia Votes is a nonpartisan educational project started by the White Eagle Media, which probably all of you have heard about. And what we are trying to do is mobilize Polish Americans to vote in the local as well as national elections. Not only mobilize them, but also get those who already vote to sign onto our project, so we can show politicians that we are here, there are 10 million of us, and that we have a voice. So please stop by our table right by the pączki right there after we're done, and make sure to sign our petition, and also grab one of the packets that we have so we can share with friends. And also thank you so much to, we've gotten support from media and organizations throughout the United States. And also we were lucky enough to get some from the state of Connecticut, such as the Polish American Foundation of Connecticut that you're probably familiar with, Polski Express, as well as the Polish radio hour with Pani Bogusława. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you by our table.
Thank you, Gosia. I've so enjoyed having you at our state capitol. This celebration gets bigger and better every year. We thank you very, very much for coming.